right, so you said, I mean, I didn't hear what you said. I wasn't listening.
Oh, I said, can I take a picture of that because my wife is mad religious.
No, you said something else. What did we say, Al?
You said the church. You said who's the church?
Oh, yeah, I said where your church
have a
at?
church?
What side?
You looking at the church.
That's right.
I mean, what was that? Acts 7:38.
You ain't got to put that towards me. I'm going to pick it out. This the book of Acts chapter 7 and 38. You good? This is he that was in the church in the wilderness.
Was that what?
That was in the church in the wilderness.
Where was they at?
That was in the church in the wilderness.
Where the men of the Lord at?
That was in the church in the wilderness.
Right now, we're in the wilderness. Where Esau running off to?
We can flee.
It's that Mark 4, man. And look, he wasn't even trying to. He knew it was going to be a rebuke.
He said he got a few.
Con, all praise, man. What's your nationality, brother?
Nationality?
Yeah, what's your race?
Black African American.
Black African American? Where'd you learn that? Where'd you learn that you're Black African American?
History and from my family.
History? What people gave you your history?
My people.
What people did?
The Black Panther community.
The Black Panthers? The Black Panthers never told you was African American.
That's right.
The so-called white man told you was an African American. You understand? The term African American was only coined in the 1980s. Did you know that? Okay, so you have to wonder, well, what was your people called before the 1980s? Isn't there a 1970s? Isn't there a 1960s and 50s and 40s and 30s? What were your people called before they came to this country and was put into slavery? You would know, right? Because that's the secret that's being kept from you. You understand what I'm saying? To be called black, show me where you're black at. The only thing that I see that's black on you is your hair, brother. Your skin is not black, is it?
It's brown.
It's brown. But aren't those two different colors? Black is not brown, is it? Brown is not black, right? What color is his jacket? Can I say this is brown? Can I? You can't, right? So, are you actually black? You brown, right? But we gotta remember.
There's no nation of blacks.
There you have it, brother. There's no nation that is called black, right?
That's right.
Right? The Chinese man, is he called a color? Is there a color to Chinese?
Oh yeah, remember I did see
No.
I forgot.
Right? Is there a color to Arab? It's not, right? There's no color to a nationality, brother.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Now you have to wonder, well, why was I given a nationality as a color? Right? Why don't they want you to know who you really are? Why does everybody else know who they are but us? Right? So we're gonna show you today, brother, your true God-given nationality. Would you rather be called what a man called you, or would you rather be called what your creator, who created you, called you?
Right.
Exactly, brother. That's what we all want to know. What did our creator call us, right?
Do y'all like own a church or something?
Say that again?
Do y'all like own a church or something?
No, we don't own the church, brother. We are the church.
That's
brother. Right? Right? We are the people of God, the chosen people of God. Right? Would nobody know, right, about a church or God if it wasn't for his chosen people who he raised up to declare his holy name?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You gotta understand that. See, what the world don't want you to know is that you're a chosen people of God, that you're a chosen
That's
race.
right.
You understand? That God only loved you. That he chose you out of all the nations upon the earth to be his people and to love upon them. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna teach you, we're gonna show you that today. Read that.
This the book of Esther, addition to Esther chapter 10, verse 9. And my nation is this.
What is our nation?
And my nation is this. Israel.
That's your nation, brother. That's your nationality. That's your God-given nationality, brother. You understand? That you are a Israelite, brother. You understand what I'm saying? You're not a black American. You're not an African American. You're not black. You're not colored. You're not a Negro. You understand? You are the chosen people of God who will be the Israelites. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6, man. Let me show you something, man. Right? Because you may feel like God hasn't been with you, that he doesn't love you, right? Because we all go through things, right? We, as a nation of people, we've been through the most horrible, right? And the most worst atrocities that has been ever known to man, right? Nobody in this country or on the planet Earth goes through the things that we do, right? You would think that all other nations are more blessed than we are, right? Watch this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
For thou art what?
For thou art an holy
You
people.
know what the word holy means, brother? Okay, well, the definition of holy is to be set apart, right? To be separate. Because the Lord chose you to be set apart from this type of people.
That's right.
The people that you would consider on earth to be so-called white people, but they're not white. They're actually what? Think about it, brother. They're actually what? They're actually red, ain't they?
That's right.
When you look at them, they're not. Hey, what color is this?
That's white.
That's white. When you look at them, do they look like this? They look like a goddamn ghost with a damn sheet over them. They don't look like that, do they? They actually have a red tint to them, right?
That's right.
Right? Read.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee
See, he's chosen you. You understand? Read.
to be a special people.
To be what?
To be a special people.
See, he's chosen you, a people in the earth, to be a special people. You hear me? Above what?
Unto himself, above all people.
Above all people. You see that? See, we're not all created in God's image, right? We're not all the Lord's beloved. You understand what I'm saying? He feels a certain way about a specific people in the earth. And just like your children, right? If you have any, right? Well, if you do have some, you have a high expectation of your children that you would have for other people's children, right? Well, guess what? As you being the Lord's children, man, right? It's a high expectation of you, right? Because he chose you above all the other nations on this earth. He chose you above the so-called white man. He chose you above the so-called Arab man. He chose you above the so-called East Indian man. He chose you above the so-called African man. You're not African at all, brother. You know what I'm saying? You don't look like them damn Africans, do you? They don't do the things that you can do, can they? They don't run like you. They don't jump like you, right? They don't sing like you, right? They don't have the spirit that you carry, man, right? Read. Read that.
This the one I had?
Finish that.
This 76 Deuteronomy. It said, above all the people that are upon the face of the earth, the Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number.
So the Lord didn't choose to love you, right? He didn't choose you because you were more in number than any people, right? There's no specific reason of why he chose you. He just chose you. You understand? He said, man, look, them people right there, that's the people I want. I want them, I want my name to be on those people right there. You understand? Read.
For ye were the fewest of all people.
Because guess what? In the time that we came into existence, we were a few in number. There are other nations that came into this earth before we did.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That was more mightier and in more number than we were. You understand what I'm saying? So he didn't choose you because you were more in number, right? Read.
But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers.
And who is your fathers? You see, your forefathers, you got to know who they are. And today you're going to find out who Abraham, who Isaac, and who Jacob is, right? Because that's who we descend from as a people, right? As a chosen seed line. You understand what I'm saying? That's where the blessings went down to. You know who, you heard of Abraham, right? The man who will be the father of many nations, right? Well, that's who you would descend from, right? From Abraham to his son Isaac to his son Jacob, right?
Hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondman?
Out from where?
Out of the house of bondman?
The house of bondman would be the house of Egypt. You understand? The Egyptians. Have you heard of Moses? You have? What was Moses famous for? If you know anything about Moses.
I heard of him, but I don't really know much about him.
Okay, so you know Moses is the man who the Lord used to redeem your ancestors out of the land of Egypt, right? The Egyptians had your ancestors in slavery, right? Your people, a lot of our people would say that we're the Egyptians, but they have no understanding of knowing that we were the people who migrated into Egypt and was put into slavery under the Egyptians. You understand? Right. And the Lord delivered us out of the hands of the Egyptians, right? Okay, so I know it's cold. Well, guess what, brother? We cold too, brother. We out here freezing our hands, you know what I'm saying, our feet off and our nose and ears off. Why? Because we out here to bring our people back to the Lord, to their God. You understand?
I know my God.
And to know that, you say what?
I know my God is black.
You know your God is black? How do you know that?
Because all my culture, I believe black because the land, you know, it's not like
Okay, so you know your God is black, but do you know who you are according to God?
one of the special ones.
You one of the special ones, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Do you know, as you being one of the special ones, there's something that's required of you? Did you know that? Do you know that God chose you for a specific reason? To carry out his will, right? To be gods upon this earth, man, right? To live as he does in the third heaven, man. For you to live that way here on earth, man, right? And you gotta understand why you're at the bottom of society. Why the world hates you, right? Why did your identity get taken from you, right? Ain't these things more important than you know how to regain your heritage, the knowledge of self? Because with all these things comes self-worth, right? Right now, you might not have that high esteem of yourself, right? Because why? Because you don't know who you are. It's a proud thing to know who you are. Why you think the other nations, the changing, they're proud people. Why? Because they know who the hell they are, right? Right? They got their own land, right? They know their history. They have remembrance of who they once were and who they still are. But our people, do we? No, we don't, because we call ourselves what? African Americans, blacks, color. But that ain't what God called you. Let me show you what God called you, right? Right? Give me
It's the book of Jonah, chapter 1 and verse 7. Jonah 1 and 7. And they said, everyone to his fellow, come and let us cast lots, that we may know for who caused this evil is upon us. Who caused this evil is upon us? So they cast lots, and the lot fell upon Jonah. And they said unto him, tell us, we pray thee, for who caused this evil is upon us. What is thy occupation?
What is what?
What is thy occupation? And whence comest thou?
And whence what?
And whence comest thou? What is thy country? And of all the people, and of what people art thou?
And what country, right, does this man come from? And what people is he? Right? Like I said, we're not African Americans, brother. Once you understand that, then you're gonna have to question yourself, well, what people are we? Right? What country do we come from? And how the hell did we get here to this country called America, and why, right? Read.
And he said unto them, I am a Hebrew.
I am a what?
I am a Hebrew. And I fear the Lord, the God of heaven, which hath made the sea and the dry land.
You understand? And that's who we are, brother. That's who you are. You are a Hebrew, brother. You understand? And one thing we must do is we must return back, man, to our God and fear him. Because he is the reason that we're in the predicament that we're in today. You understand? He's the reason that we're in a strange country, right? Because this is not where we're from. You understand that? Let me ask you something. How did we get here to this country? You don't know?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Was your ancestors in slavery? You remember? Do you know about slavery in this country? Well, say what?
A little bit, but not much though.
Okay, so they taught you in school or something. I mean, your mother, your father, right? Somebody had to teach you how we got here to this country, right? What did they teach you how we got here?
That we was trapped in boats and stuff.
We was what?
We was trapped in boats.
That we was shipped over here in boats, right? Well, did you know that history is in the Bible? Did you know that was something that your God ordained to happen to you because of your disobedience? And when I say you, I mean you, because you are your ancestors.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You are a product of your ancestors, right? We're in this outcome because of what our ancestors had done that made our God angry. You know what I'm saying? That all of our people would be set up in America in slavery and shipped by boats. You know that's in the Bible? Well, let us show you, brother, so you will have no doubt about who you are. You understand? Because the Lord is the one. It's not us that's giving you this information. You understand? The Lord is the one raining this knowledge and wisdom on high down to us so we could come back and to remember who we are, right? So, hey, listen to this, brother.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, 68 to 15. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
Again with ships.
Hey, he said, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Do you know what your ancestors was doing in ancient Egypt? Do you know about the plagues and things like that that God had dispersed upon the Egyptians? You ever heard about that? Do you remember hearing about Moses splitting the Red Sea and the people going through it? Are you sure? I mean, it's okay if you don't know, brother, it's okay, right? Because guess what? We all need to know what happened in times past, right? Right? We have to know, because if you don't know where you came from, how you gonna know where you're going? Right? So the Lord said that he would bring out, this was a prophecy that was given to our people. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord redeemed us out of the hands of the Egyptians. This is what the world don't want you to know. The so-called white man, what we're telling you right now, the so-called white man do not want you to know. They have spent billions of dollars, brother, you hear me, for you not to receive this information. Billions, all right, on television shows, right, on the music industry, all to put your mind in schools.
That's right.
All to put your mind in a goddamn box, man, right? In a box. But we're trying to get you today, brother, to climb out that box and see the world for what it is, man. Right? To see what the Lord wants you to know. All right? So just be patient, brother. I know it's cold. I know you might have places to be, right? You gotta get home. How old is you, brother? 15. I'm gonna make this quick and short for you, all right?
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with
into
ships.
slavery again, because that's what our ancestors was doing in ancient Egypt. All right, they were being enslaved by the Egyptians. So when Moses led us out of that land, right, the Lord said that I will bring y'all back into another slavery again. All right, with ships.
This is Exodus 20 and 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So out of the house of bondage. Another word for bondage, brother, is slavery. All right. So that's what the Lord is saying. He's referencing here in Deuteronomy 28:68. He's saying that I will bring you back into bondage again, back into slavery again, if we don't what? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So that means we're not going to see our homeland again, right? Remember, the Lord gave us laws and commandments to keep to be as his chosen people. All right? He chose us out of all people on the earth to be God's like and to live like him. That's what the laws and commandments are, to live as gods on the earth. All right? So he said that I will bring you into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. So the same place he spoke these words to us was in our land, that we wouldn't see our land no more again. We've been here in America. Do you know your homeland, brother? You don't, right? We none of us knew, right? We all thought that, hey, America was our homeland, right? But guess what? We came here on slave boats. So we had to have a homeland somewhere else, right? Well, guess what? This is a prophecy being fulfilled, because why? We got another young brother that's 15 years old coming up saying, I don't know my homeland. Well, the Lord said, read it again.
By the way whereof I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Thou shalt not see your homeland again. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Ye shall be what?
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Was we not sold into slavery? Did not the slaves, or did not the so-called white men have us over here and was selling us to each other? They was. Well, guess what? That's what the Lord said. And by the way whereof I spake unto thou shalt see it no more again, your homeland. And when you get over to this new land, you're going to be sold unto your enemies. Who are we sold to? Because the Lord said your enemies. So who are we sold to? Who was selling us? The white people. But what did the Lord call them? And what did the Lord call them? Read it again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
What did the Lord call them? So what is the so-called white man to you? Ain't that what the Lord said? Hey, I didn't say it, did I? All we doing is reading out the Bible, brother. You hear what I'm saying? The Lord said that you'd be sold unto your enemies. But why would you sold unto your enemies? Why would the Lord allow this to happen to us?
15.
Why would he allow that? You're his chosen people. He loved you. Remember we read in Deuteronomy 7:6. He said he loved you.
That's right.
So why would he let you be sold unto your enemies? You're going to read it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15. Yep. But it should come to pass.
Now, but it shall come to pass. When it says it shall come to pass, this is something that's going to happen sooner or later. All right? All right? It's a eschatological, right, thing that's going to happen. That means a thing that's going to happen in the future. But it shall come to pass that what?
If thou wilt not hearken.
If you don't listen. That's what the word hearken means, right? It means to listen, to hear. Read.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
To do what?
To do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
That all these what?
That all these curses.
Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing, brother? Bad thing, really.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So all these curses will come upon thee and overtake thee. Well, guess what? Us going into slavery, brother, was that's one of the curses. You understand? That the Lord will place upon his chosen people, right? Of them going into slavery on those ships, right? Them being sold to their enemies, them not remembering their homeland. You understand? These are all curses. So why was we cursed? We just read it. What didn't we do? What didn't our ancestors do? Read it again. Listen closely, brother.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
To do what?
To observe to do all his commandments.
To do what?
To do all his commandments.
So why was we sold into slavery and don't remember our homeland and went on slave ships? That's right, because we didn't do all the commandments. You understand what I'm saying? That's why our people are in the condition that you see all around the earth today, man, right? Everywhere, any city you go into in America, right, you're going to see our people, what conditions do they live in? Are they prospering? Or are they in the slums and in the ghettos and in the projects? Are they killing each other, robbing and stealing and sleeping with each other's wives? Are they glorifying doing drugs and gang banging? Is that called being blessed? That's a curse, ain't it? That's curse-like conditions, right? All right. What's this? Now, no, in fact, give me 54. I'm gonna show you two more scriptures, brother. You hear me? And you tell me, what people is the Lord talking to? Is he talking to so-called African Americans, colors, or blacks, right? And I want you to see that who the Lord was talking about that this was going to happen to. Because he didn't say African Americans. He didn't say blacks or colors, right? Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you.
Because we want you to be tender and delicate amongst one another, right? We was in our own land. You hear what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? We wasn't out here robbing and killing, gang banging, right? Being deceitful and being lustful towards our brother's women, right? And trying to take what he has, being covetous, right? Read.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
What shall that brother eye be?
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
And that's what we have now. When you look up when you go into any city that we in, right? Right? All the major cities, man. Do you see our people having a loving eye toward one another or an evil eye? An evil eye, bro. You know what I'm saying? What's what they call that today? What do they call that? Mainstream. What do you call going on in black? It's called black on what? Get black on black what? Crime. Ain't that a coin term that is widely used, right, in the media, right, and different places, that black on black crime, right? Read it again for him. Listen.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
His eyes shall be evil toward his brother. We don't have that brotherly love no more, right? We're evil toward one another, right? We always look at how we can get over on one another, right? How we can, you know what I'm saying, steal a brother's wife, right? How we can break into his crib and rob and turn his pockets inside out, right? Right? That's what it means, brother, to be evil toward your brother, right? Right?
And towards
Go ahead, read it.
and towards the wife of his bosom.
Who do you know has, and toward the wife of his bosom, right? Who you know has more domestic abuse and violence cases?
Who do I know?
Yeah.
Personally know, or just like
Statistics and personally. Read it again for him so he can make sure he heard it.
And towards the wife of his bosom.
So that man ain't gonna be evil, have an evil eye toward his brother. He's also gonna have an evil eye toward his woman.
I would say some rappers.
And what nationality would those rappers be? You understand? So these are all curses that will fall upon a certain people if they didn't keep the commandments of the Lord, right? They will go into a strange land and be in slavery, right? And be ruled over by their oppressors. You understand what I'm saying? And things like that, right? And
Let me finish the rest of this over here. And towards the remnant of his children which he shall leave.
and toward the remnant of his children that he shall leave. How many of our people you know grew up without a father in their home? A lot, right? Does the so-called Chinese man have those problems? No, they don't, right? Do the so-called Arab man have those problems? Do the African man have those problems? Do the so-called white man have those problems? No, right? So by process of elimination, who would the Lord be talking about right here? Only could be us, right? Remember, these is curses that will come to pass if these people who are the chosen people of God did not hearken and listen to the commandments of the Lord thy God. The people that he chose. You understand what I'm saying? All right, hey, give me 42. We're almost done. 2 more minutes.
And the tree shall fruit up man.
No. Go to slide. Go to 44. Matter of fact, go to 44.
He shall fruit me.
Yeah.
This the book of Deuteronomy.
Matter of fact, start at 44.
This the book of Deuteronomy 28 and
Listen
43.
to this, brother.
Last couple verses. We done after this. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
So it says that the stranger that is within thee, which means that is round about you, shall get above you very high. Right? And thou, read it.
Above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
So the stranger that is round about you shall get above you very high, but you're gonna come down very low. You know what that means? That means that all the other nations that's around, they're gonna be prosperous, right? They're gonna be very prosperous, and you're gonna come down very low. You're gonna get the lowest paying jobs, right? You're gonna be in the projects, in the ghettos, in the slums, right? But guess what? Who's gonna be in your neighborhoods, in your cities, right? Where you're most populated at getting rich off you. You'll have the Chinese man in your hood selling you what? Chinese food. Right? You had an Arab man in your hoods, in your neighborhoods, selling you what? Tobacco, blunts, you know what I'm saying? And different manner of things that's gonna harm you, you know what I'm saying? To kill you, you know what I'm saying? Your body. You're gonna have all the white man in your neighborhoods selling you the groceries, right? But you're gonna come down very low. Because all you're gonna do is you're gonna work for them for the lowest wages, and then you're gonna spend the money right back with them. Right?
He shall lend to thee.
He shall what?
He shall lend to thee.
You need a loan, who you gotta go to? No, I'm asking. You need a loan, who do you gotta go to?
I go to the bank.
And who owns that bank? The so-called white man. They know it depends. The Arab man, he don't own that bank. African man, he don't own that bank. The Chinese man, he doesn't own that bank. The government owns that bank. And who runs your government? The so-called white man. So he shall lend to you, but you shall not lend to him.
And thou shalt not lend to him.
Read.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
He's going to be the head, and you're going to be the tail. Everything that he set up is going to be for you to do. You don't make no proclamations, right, in this goddamn country, right, for other nations to do. Just you. All right, good.
Come on. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
Till thou be what?
Till thou be destroyed.
So the Lord said, moreover, all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you and pursue you until you be destroyed. Why?
Because thou hearkenest not.
Because they what?
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because you didn't want to listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, brother. Do you hear what I'm saying?
To keep his commandments.
To do what?
To keep his commandments and his statutes, which he command thee. And thou shalt be upon thee for a sign.
And these curses shall be upon you for a sign. So when you look at our people and see the conditions that they in, right? These low estate conditions, being at the bottom, right? You're going to know who the children of God is.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? You're going to know who the children of God is, man.
Hey, what is a sign they use for? To identify something.
That's right.
So these curses was put on the Israelites to identify them.
That's right. It's like when you see McDonald's, right? Or you see your favorite restaurant or a grocery store, you know it's a grocery store or a restaurant because it has a sign, right? Well, the Lord, exactly. Well, the Lord said these curses that you're reading, he said you're going to know who the children of Israel is. Right? Because of the conditions that they will be living in.
That's
man.
mighty,
right?
That's mighty.
You understand what I'm saying? Because of how the world treats them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
And that's how you know that you're the children of God, man. You understand what I'm saying?
For a sign and for a wonder.
Because you're gonna wonder. You're gonna be like, damn. I wonder if that's talking about us. That has to be us. We the only people living in these curse-like conditions, right?
And upon thy seed forever.
And upon thy seed forever. So when the Lord told these things, right, to our people, our ancestors, he said that these curses are going to be upon you and your seeds. You're one of those seeds. You are the generation, right, of your ancestors, your seed, the seed that is now hearing these words, man. You understand what I'm saying? And you're still, look at our people, we're still living in these curse-like conditions, man. Right? These things was written over 2,000 years ago. But guess what? We're still living in these curse-like conditions because that's who we are, the children of Israel. You understand that? So, when you look on this sign, brother, what's your nationality, brother? Who are you on this sign? You came up here saying you were who?
African-American.
Look on this sign and where you find that at. All praises. All praises. That's who you are, brother. You are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
You understand? You're going forward from this day, brother. You cannot say that I'm an African American, brother.
That's right.
Huh? I don't want you to say nothing, man. The Lord wants you to proclaim who you are and say, I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Right? All right? Can you say it, brother?
I'm an Israel of the tribe of Judah.
An Israelite
An Israelite.
from the tribe of Judah.
Not an Israeli.
We are from the tribe of Judah, brother.
Exactly, brother. So don't let nobody tell you that you're an African American, black, color, any of these things, man. You proclaim it, and you proclaim it proud and loud, brother.
That's right.
And you proclaim it proud and loud, brother.
That's right.
Say, I'm an Israelite.
I'm an Israelite.
From the tribe of Judah.
From the tribe of Judah.
Brother, I can't hear you, brother.
I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
I don't believe you, brother.
Yell it.
Well, here we go.
Hey, mine is too, brother, and I'm doing it, brother. And through the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit, because I know what I'm saying is the truth. You know what I'm saying? So through the spirit, brother. Yell it out, brother.
I am an Israelite of the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
All praises, brother. Hey, the brothers got a flyer for the brother?
We give him our YouTube so he can have that. Yeah, give him our YouTube.
Kyle, you get it on YouTube, brother. All praises, man. All praises.
Come on, old school good. Let's talk about this right here, man.
All praises, man. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Mashiach, Yahweh Shah, Kwam Yashra.
Kwam Yashra. Kwam Yashra.
Kwam Yashra. Kwam Yashra.
Hey, keep that one. Yeah, I got it. Bro, my hand just started burning doing that. My hand on 10. What?
Yo.